So we're back with Bella. We're in the same field we were in yesterday. Yesterday we set up a big loop memory here and we sent her across for multiple dummies. She did a really nice job. I made a few mistakes in the setup. We got through those. We overcame them. I thought it was actually a very good session. It was her second session of the day yesterday because I had worked her earlier in the morning by myself up north. So we're getting kind of back into a little bit more of a routine now because of some of the Corona stuff. Ben is not at school, so he's able to come in. We've been able to film a little more consistently. We're going to continue to be able to film a little bit more consistently. So that's a real positive out of this whole thing. What we're going to do today, I thought about a good way to build off of what we did yesterday. Yesterday was a good proofing of the idea of one of the things that we had worked on for a while of sending the dog back to the same spot, multiple retrieves with confidence, and not having her hunt short after the first, second, even third. She ran out and picked the fourth real nice. So we're getting there. It's nice progress. It piggybacked off of a really nice performance of hers up north, doing the same stuff. And the biggest thing was it was in a new area. It was in a new spot. We weren't in the same routine of the same location with where we had a lot of opportunity for her to have built memory through repetition. Consistent, habitually doing something in the same spot, they kind of start to memorize it. That's, I think, part of the training process. Then you got to be able to change locations and replicate the behavior. So that's what we tried doing, and we had some success with it. Now today what we're going to do is, one of the things that we found when we were up north was I was sending her through some cover, wooded cover. We've got a lot of woods up north that we can train in. It's mostly woods and water. There's no fields like this. So we were working in a new environment where we don't work in woods quite often, just because around here we don't have a lot of it. And so it was eye-opening that she really struggled. She didn't like running through the woods. She wanted to get around the easy way. She wanted to take this little channel on the water, which is ice now, but she had a hard time pushing through that woods. And so we have a spot that we have been pushing her into woods when we run that long double. She's done really well with that. So we're just going to replicate that idea here in a new spot. Again, we're in this location that she worked in yesterday, but we're doing something different today. This is what we're going to do today. I'm going to start out by establishing this retrieve with her. So we're going to actually walk it through and set up a trailing memory. There's a brush line that's been bulldozed in. I made a food plot over on that side, and we pushed a lot of brush and piled it up, and we left it for rabbits. Made great rabbit habitat for several years, and we've had some really nice little rabbit hunts with these dogs picking for us. We leave that brush line, and it also helps me for training now, because now it's just a real natural barrier. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a trailing memory. We're going to walk through that brush line, climb over that brush that's on the ground. We're going to drop a dummy, watch, no, heel her back, bring her back through, and I'm going to send her. It's not going to be very long. It's going to be a total of probably about 60 yards, 70 yards maybe at the most. She's going to run through and make that retrieve. The reason I'm doing it is because I do know she'll do that. She'll push through that cover. She'll make that trailing memory. And what it's doing is imprinting in her mind the idea of that's a retrieve on the other side of that brush, but I got to go through it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set the camera up on a tripod, have it behind me. Ben's going to walk around, and Ben's going to make a little noise over there with the dummy bag, and he's going to fire a shot. And he's going to throw a dummy, and he's going to fire a shot at that time. And what we're going to do is work on sending her to the shot. We're going to send her to, she probably might be able to see it a little bit, especially if he spins it around and gets her attention. So visually, she'll probably be able to get a little bit of a mark, but it's going to be more the sound, and we're going to send her to the shot, and she's going to go make that. It's going to be the exact same spot or very close to where she made the pick on the trailing memory. So we're building her confidence to start out with, to the idea of line out through that stuff to something that she didn't necessarily see. We're going to make a couple retrieves like that. That's enough. Then from there, I'm going to have Ben swing around, and I'm going to have him come to this corner where there's a little path to walk through there. And I'm going to have him, we're not going to have him necessarily make a big scene of it. Well, I don't necessarily want the dog to know he's there, but we're going to have him work over to this corner. Then what we're going to have him do there is pitch a bumper out, a dummy out, and fire a shot. and she's going to be sitting in the same spot. And so now all of a sudden there's sound, there's visual, there's mark. She's going to watch, and I'm going to send her on that retrieve. This is a piggyback off of a drill that we did about a week and a half ago, where Ben was throwing some marks with a shot out in the field, and she had a tendency to hunt short. So this is going to be not real long, but we're going to make it so that we want that dummy to land in that little open area. We don't want it on the ice or the water. We want it in between that clump of dirt and the bank. So a pretty easy retrieve for her to run out and back to. So we're going to do a couple of those, two, maybe three of those. And then what we're going to do from that, we're going to extend off of that. I'm going to have Ben pull out a dummy launcher, and I'm going to have him fire a dummy launcher up and over us, and we're going to turn around and send her on that. So today's session is going to be marking. She's going to be visually watching. Most of the picks, except for the very first one to set this up, will be marked. The first one will set up as a trailing memory to establish the route. That's my plan going into today's session. We'll see how it goes. But that if we need to adjust it, we will. It's not, I don't think it's by any means too complicated or too much for her. It is new, and it isn't new in a new spot. And that's the biggest thing that I got to be aware of is, you know, she hasn't marked much, and the little bit of marking that she didn't do real well with. So I'm asking her to do some marking I'm going to ask her to do marking in 3 different ways in one session. So that's probably my biggest concern right now is, you know, is that too much for her? We'll find out. If it is, it's a very simple fix because none of these are going to be too complicated. They're all going to be kind of in the open, and I can just heel her closer to liner and resend her, and we can salvage, at a minimum, we can salvage the retrieve out of it. So, and then it'll tell us, boy, that's something we need to work on. Not necessarily this complicated. It'll be simplify it. Go back to doing what you guys did a week and a half ago and do that more often in different spots and get good at it, simply getting fired out of the hand and understand you run through. So that would be a potential fix if we run into an issue. We're just going to see how she does with this. So, heel, we're going to set this up. Now, I brought a lead. I didn't even look, but I don't have a slip collar, so we won't be working off of lead heel. We won't be working off a lead today. Now, I took that time to explain what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try not to talk that much through this. I'm gonna cut my talking down a little bit to the camera, and you'll watch more. I will give you an understanding, but I don't want to talk so much when the dog's here. I think when it gets to being something new like this, too much jabbering is hard on her. It's hard on her to work through. So let's set this trailing memory up first, make that retrieve, then Ben's gonna go around, we'll set the tripod up, and we'll just carry on from there. Bella, heel. We can build in sits to the whistle. Good. I love her she's got that little that little tendency right now to really pop back. When I pop the whistle, she pops back. I like that. It's real responsive. Heel. Here's where good heel work is going to be valuable and important. Navigating through this stuff. You can see the deer actually use this kind of little path anyway. It's kind of a little deer trail. Heel, good. That's where good heel work off lead. I don't have to worry about things getting tangled up. I don't have to worry about her positioning. Comes through with me at a nice pace. I'm gonna make, I'll use a tennis ball because Ben's got the dummy bag. So I'm just gonna pitch a tennis ball for this one. Watch, heel. And Ben, when you come in here, that's where you'll be throwing your dummies to. And I don't mind you making, because of this tough visual through, I don't mind you making a little noise. I don't mind you throwing it nice and high so she can see it. I want her to have that, especially for the first one. Now here's another example of pace of heel work. I don't want her just blowing by me. She's gonna go after I go. It's just like walking through a doorway. Heel, heel, and then heel. And she makes the perfect mistake. Heel, right here. So that her timing couldn't have been any better on that either. Heel. Sometimes the mistakes are just as valuable or more valuable than when things go well. Heel. Ben, you can swing around behind me. Sit. Sit. Good. Watch. Bella. Bella. Good. Good. Encourage her when she gets through there. Very good. Come on. That tennis ball, she gets a little excited, so we're really gonna have to settle her in here, 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 right here. Good. Here. Reminder. Good. Good. That tennis ball can prove to be a little bit exciting, get her a little bit hot on the delivery. Very good. Good. Did. Very nice. Okay. Heel. So now, sit. I pretty much use that. Sit down. Sit down. I use that retrieve as to establish and set up for the next part. We'll put the camera on the tripod. Ben will go over and he'll fire and throw for us. Now, Ben's working his way out. And I don't mind. He walked the exact same path that we just did. I don't mind it. He could have made a circle and went that way. All that did walking that path is helped her with her line. And at this point in training, that's I don't mind helping her. It's going to help ensure success. So you know where to throw it to, right? Right to that buck pole. So I may whisper to her to watch, but I'm going to have Ben be the noise. He's going to be the visual, he's going to be the noise, and then he'll be the shot to go along with it. Get where you can kind of see us a little bit, because I don't mind her seeing you a little. I want her to follow that bird coming out of your hand. Okay? Yeah, I'm ready. You make a little noise, make a little movement, and then nice high arc and a shot. Bella. Bella. Now her line is way off on that. And now she hits that wall. So here's where she's got to work through it. And I don't know that the camera's picking it up. She's hunting way short. She's not pushed through the brush. Now she pushed through the brush. The camera might not be the best on this. I've lost sight of her. Here, here, here. Here. Good. Here. Right here. No. Here. Come on. Greta. Here. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Here. Bella, get over here. Come here. Heel. Good. Now, I had to heel. Sit. I really got on her there. Stay there for a second, Ben. I really got on her. Nothing to do with the retrieve. She's not even close to picking it. So what we're going to do is, she ran. Let me get where you can see me here. She ran to the tree line, stopped short. First off, she faded. She hunted this side of the tree line. Then she went over a little bit, hunted a little bit, worked her way right back in, came through here. Had nothing to do, there's been enough time passed where she saw that, maybe saw that dummy, probably saw it a little bit. And right here, where there's nothing to do with the dummy anymore. She's hunting, for sure, but I'm recalling her. And so she's not recalling in a situation of distraction and hunt. I have to have the strength of the recall to be able to call her off. So when I got on her, tone-wise, here, That was to stop doing what you're doing, come back to me. And so we got her back to us. Good, heel, heel, have her sit. Now what we're gonna do is, Ben, I want you to pick that one back up. We're gonna try to help her. This was too much. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up in there. I'm gonna stand just the other side of the brush pile. I'm gonna have Ben throw it, and I'm gonna send her up over the brush pile and pick that up. And we'll simplify it and make it a lot shorter. So I'm gonna turn this off and then move us forward. Heel. Now what I'm gonna do, sit right here, is sit. I'm gonna check and see if we can sit right there, sit. Now she's a pretty resilient little dog, so this probably isn't really affecting her too negatively. But I do have to be careful. Some of these little dogs are a little bit softer. Right here, come here, sit. And I want her sitting right there. I just want to be able to make sure you can see her. Sit. Some of these dogs are a little bit softer on things, and we got to be careful of how much we really get on them. I think she's just fine. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna redo that complete setup. Ben, pick that dummy up. Heel. Right here. Sit. Sit. Good. Ben picked the dummy up. Now we can see Ben. It's gonna be really short. She's gonna have very little space or room to fade. We're literally gonna send her right up and over, make the pick, and have her come back to us. And we're just chopping this in half essentially. But I am on the other side of the barrier. The barrier definitely created an issue for her. So let's have you do it again, Ben. He's gonna make a little noise. Now one thing that's throwing her off, and it's probably the reason that she went and ran left, because she just looked, is the echo in here. The echo from that gun echoes 2-3 times across over there. And so she followed the echo. So now it kind of makes sense to me. Why did she go to search where she was searching? The shot sounded, the last she heard the shot was over there. Now she should have seen it. So I'm gonna line her out. Bella. Good girl. Good dog. Here. A little bit of suction to go to Ben. Good. Here. Right here. Hold. Right here. Hold. Sit. Good dog. Good dog. Very nice. So we just simplified it. Good. Dead. Here. Under control. Sit. Don't let her excitement. She's excited about this right now. The gun adds a little bit of excitement. Right here. This whole new environment adds a lot of excitement. The idea that she gets to jump up over stuff is exciting. When she comes back in, don't let her boil over. Don't lose what we just gained. Now, I'm going to back up. We'll do the exact same thing. I'm just going to back up a little bit, probably just outside the trees, okay? Heel. Heel. This time I'm just going to pick the camera up, heel. Not even going to restart it. Sit. I'm going to put her there. So again, about half the distance of what we would have done originally. You won't see the dummy fly, but Ben is just the other side. Ben's about right here. He's going to lob the dummy to here, and we'll send her. Heel. Sit. Okay, Ben, whenever you're ready. Bella. Now she took the line really well, but she got over the brush pile and she's hunted short immediately. So this is that part. There she comes back. Good. Here she's working a little bit of distance in. She's just not confident enough to continue out. Here, 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 Bella, here. This is that point where she's just, we got to regroup her. So I'm going to move forward. Here. Here. Right here. Come on. Here. Right here. Come on. Here. Good. 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 And so the good is from her giving up on her running amok and coming back to me. We got to refocus her. Good. Good. So I've cut the distance in half. Heel. Sit. Good. Bella. And once again, the wall proves to be trouble. She's just zigzagging back and forth, just slowly working her way out. It's like this brick, it's like this invisible barrier that you just can't mentally get past. Here, 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 here. Let's regroup her. Here, right here. Come on. No, 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 no. Here. Right here. Right here. Good. Come on. Come on. Right here. Again, I got to pick the tone up to get her off of fooling around over there, because there's nothing to be gained by letting her free hunt over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step forward again, put her right on the edge. Heel, 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 right here, heel, come on, here, right here, come on, come on. Bella, go back, good, good, good dog. And right, she takes that line just like perfect. So it's this wall here, right here, hold, very good, very good, right here, hold, hold, good, dead, good. It's a combination right now, sit, of the wall and the idea that it's a marked retrieve. We haven't done very many marks. We don't do a lot of marks early. So we're starting to. So again, when I started talking about this, what are the issues that are going to come up? Is this a little too much? I didn't think it would be. It is. It clearly is. And it's because we haven't done a lot of it. So now, how many have we done, Ben, there? 2? Okay. I want this third one to be successful. So, sit. Yep, sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. I don't want to have any issue with this one. I'm just going to let this camera roll. Heel, heel. We're going to move all the way back up to right here. I am going to take us back just a fuzz. Bella, here. Come here. Sit. Sit. All right. We're back about 5 feet from the first one. We're forward about 10 yards from the second one. So we're going to, yep. Bella. Again, she hit the wall and worked to the left. Here, 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 here. So that wall is really here, 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 here. No, 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 no. Here. Bella, here. Right here. right here, right here, right here. Come here, come on, here, 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 right here. Good, good, good. Bella. And you probably can't see it. She's getting about 3 feet into the field and going left and going hunt to the left hard. Here. Good. There she just accidentally worked her way out to it. Lost. Lost. Now she's actually beyond it. Lost. She's holding the area nice. Lost. Good. There, she's got wind of it. Good dog. Good girl. Right here. Right here. Hold. Hold. Good dog. Good dog. Hold. Good. Good. Dead. Good girl. Hold. Good. Good. Sit. Sit. Good. Sit. Good. Dead. So we have a real big barrier mentally. Sit down. Sit. When it comes to this brush pile, it creates an instant flaring out, and so we'll work on that. I mean, we really haven't worked over an obstacle like this. We have worked through some brush. When I say brush, I don't mean like a brush pile. I mean like trees, like scrubby brush like we're standing in right now. And she's figured out how to push through that. But when you look at the difference between running through this or running across that, that's like a wall to her. This is like ping-ponging through. It's like a Plinko board. So she's figured out she can get through this and push into the woods. She hasn't figured out to get over a solid wall and go further. So that's something we will work on. We'll probably set up a little fence for her. I've got a little plastic fence. We'll set it up. We'll work on getting her over it. We haven't done it all winter because the snow has been too deep. But we'll set that up here. We always do it in the spring, and we'll teach her to get over, where she'll jump over a fence, and then that will turn into get over and get out beyond it. So that is the issue that we ran into here. Ben, I'm gonna have you got 3 dummies yet, right? And 2 shots. So swing around to that spot. I'm gonna reposition the camera. Don't make a lot of noise over there until you're gonna throw, and just watch me, okay? Because I don't really want her to see you. I want her to notice you based on the noise. We're gonna see how she does with this. Now the difference with this is gonna be, come here, come here. The difference with this is gonna be, come here, right here, right here. The difference on this one will be, we're not asking her to go through any barriers, it's gonna be flat ground. There is a little bit of a contour, so she's gonna have to run up and over a hill to get to the dummy, which could prove to be a little bit of an issue with her distance-wise, but we'll find that out very quickly. And then from there, we're hoping that goes well, and if that goes well, then we'll shoot a dummy launcher. But let's see how this second part goes. All right, we just moved the camera. Brought her out here. Sit, sit. You can tell it's pretty sloppy. It's real wet. You can probably hear the squishing of our boots. This is what Ben just moved around here. He's gonna make some noise. He's gonna pitch a dummy. He's gonna fire a shot, and we're gonna send her to it. And I think the interesting part will be how well does she truly mark the dummy and run to the dummy. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I help her out with a good line. I'm gonna try to make sure that her line is good, meaning her nose through her spine to her tail lines up with where the dummy should be. She may have a tendency to suck towards Ben. She may have a tendency to suck towards the cover. We don't normally pick stuff up in the open ground. We haven't had open ground for 4 or 5 months now. So she's not necessarily used to hunting open ground right now, flat open space. The last dummy she picked in there, she ran and she held the area very nicely, which was good. I'm glad she did. but it was hard for her to see, and I don't know if she was sure she should be looking in that spot. She, I think, had a tendency to think I should get into thicker stuff. This is not very thick. I mean, it's bare ground. So the dummy, the one part about this is the dummy should stand out. Ben, do you have a white dummy? Okay, so he's going to use a white dummy, and hopefully that stands out visually for her a little bit too. The one she struggled on was orange, and it was feather laced. The scent part is what she ended up picking on. Okay, go ahead. You're going to throw up and over that little dirt pile, right? Yeah. Watch. Bella. Good girl. Good girl. A little more excitement to these retrieves. Here, 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 here. Hold right here. Hold right here. Come on. Good. Good. A little more excitement. You can see a little more energy with her. Sit, 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 sit. Good. Good. Dead. Good girl. A lot, in fact, a lot more energy. And I could tell that when she went out. I could tell that when she got to the dummy, she kind of hopped up and over it. And I could sense as she was coming back in, she may have a little case of the, I want to get real excited here. And she did kind of. She came in pretty hot, and then my tone changed. Heel, heel. My tone changed pretty significantly. She responded very nicely to it. Sit. Which is what we're looking for. Come on. For her, you got to remember, she's very much a puppy. Heel. Right here. Come on. Come on. Right here. Right here. Come on. Sit. She's really full of puppy. And these are exciting opportunities for her because they're new spots, new drills, lots of new stuff. So to transfer behavior-wise, the way she is, I'm happy because we've been doing pretty much everything in very controlled, repetitive, old areas that don't add much excitement. Here we're adding gunfire, new locations, new setups, new situations. So, all right, Ben, you ready? Same thing. That was real good. Bella. Look at the difference it makes when it's out in the open like that. Good girl. Right here. Easy. Easy. Right here. Right here. Right here. Here. Hold. Good. Very good. Very good. Good job of resisting the temptation to want to run off. She definitely wanted to there. Good. Here. Right here. Right here. Sit. 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 Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Hard. We really struggle to get her to sit in this mud. Good. Good. Dead. She just doesn't like sitting in the wet. And I don't blame her that much. Here. Now, last one. Again, a thing of firsts for her today. It's great because we got geese flying in, flocks of geese coming in right here. We've got mallards that were quacking away just now when he was setting that up. These are all just great training situations. Plus, it's kind of exciting because spring is here now. We're getting these first groups of birds coming back, and things are going to really start changing here. So, and it's in a good way. Okay, Ben, we'll have this time. Sit. I'm going to move the camera, I think, back a little bit. All right, and now we're going to finish this out. So the last two were great. I thought she did just fine. They were real simple. I'm glad we simplified those a little bit. We didn't put them over the other side of the hill, which I'm glad Ben did it that way. I wanted to come off of this struggling that we had here with something good. Now from this is just going to be another version of it. we'll really see her have to mark. And dark dummy, dark bumper that he's launching, so she's gonna have to hunt that a little bit, and we'll see. Hopefully, my hope is that he can launch it nice and high and land it about, I want it to land about straight in line with me in their house. So watch. You couldn't have put it any better, Bella. Just a touch short, just about 5 yards short. Very good. Good dog, right here. Right here. Good. Hold right here. Hold right here, come on. Hold right here. Come here. Come on, hold. Very nice. A little sloppy. Hold, very good. Very good. Good. Dead. Well, Ben couldn't have shot that any better. She hunted just a fuzz short, and that little bit short distance is probably something we need to make note of. Sit down. She just hates sitting in this stuff. That one was about 5 yards further than those, so those are about the perfect distance probably for her to run to, pick. They were also bright white, that helped. This was a green one, harder for her to see. She ran just a fuzz short, worked the area, picked it, ended it. Great way to end today. Today was lots of new stuff, but lots of success. Lots of failure, or struggles, I should say. We salvaged them. Now we make note of that, and then we go, okay, how do we work on fixing that? This, no problem. This, just a little bit of a problem. This, we need to make it a little bit more challenging. We need to add some distance to it. We need to do more of it. We need to add some distance to it. We need to work on lengthening her out on these. Right now, I can run a trailing memory. I did it this weekend up north. I can run a trailing memory with her 250 yards. No issue. And 250 yards doesn't sound like a lot. Go outside and pace off 250 yards and then look back at wherever you were. I can barely make stuff out at 250 yards. It's a long ways. So I know you hear 400, 500 yards, all this. I can't see stuff that far out. 250 is a long ways. And so she ran one 250 this weekend, but it was a trailing memory. And so trailing memories, we started out with her at 25 yards. And so we've built up slowly to get out to 250. These are 50 yarders. We need to slowly build up to 250s. And that's just going to take some time and repetition and taking advantage of Ben and how Ben did a really nice job for us today. Ben, well done. So we're going to continue to build off of that, make it a little bit more complex. Same with this. Over here, we're going to do the reverse. We're going to back up and we're going to get into the idea of let's teach her to go over an object and keep moving. Go over an object. An object doesn't mean you're done moving out. So we're going to work her out over an object and extend, and then add distance back. Then we're probably going to end up eventually going over multiple objects, because we can't let things physically become barriers mentally. We can't let changes in topography, changes in terrain, from grass to woods, from woods to brush pile, from brush pile to hill, from field to set aside grass. Those things all become these barriers mentally. They are somewhat physically, but more mentally, I think, than anything. And those are the things we got to have her understand that we need to still carry on and push through. So not a bad session at all. Learned some things, got through some excitement here and got the nice delivery out of it. Called her off of a fizzled attempt. Really got to pick my tone up. I got to work on recalling her out of a distracted area, or an area that has temptation. We saw that yesterday with the pheasant. There was no calling her off of that pheasant. And after hindsight, I thought, you know, maybe I shouldn't have even tried to. I should have maybe just allowed her or encouraged her to catch that pheasant when she did. I don't want to risk a young dog like this turning her off. There is no danger right now with her being turned off of the idea of chasing a bird. She's like birdie as hell. It was one thing that I kind of smiled about after. I went, boy, she's got a lot in her. For as calm and cool as I think she is in a lot of situations, she's got a hell of a lot of gun dog and bird dog in her. She really got excited about that bird, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think what we have to do is we have to be careful and make sure we don't allow that to get in the way of basic general obedience and behavior and control. When I say control, I don't mean like I need to be this dominating thing. I need to have mutual respect. Enough mutual respect with her that she respects me enough to say he's more important than doing what I want to do over here. He says, come to me, I better go to him. It's respect, it's not necessarily fear. But I got to have that level of trust with her. So we're working on it. Good dog. Good dog.
Drive home, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned